Welcome to the world of Wartonno, your gateway to the mysterious realms of dark ambient music and the stories that bring them to life. Every time, we uncover the haunting narratives, forgotten places, and enigmatic worlds that inspire these immersive soundscapes. Join me as we explore the depths of sound and story, where music becomes a portal to the unknown.
You know, this is exciting stuff. We're about to take a deep dive into something right up your alley, sounds like. Music and a little mystery.
A little mystery is right.
You've sent us some seriously fascinating material about Wartonno sound and these, well, cryptic lost tapes, as they're known. And it seems like you're really into music that can, transport you, maybe even help you focus, give you a bit of an escape, right?
It definitely seems that way from what you sent, yeah. And the kind of music we're talking about, Dark Ambient Lofi, it's really perfect for that kind of experience, wouldn't you say?
Totally. Okay, so let's break this down a bit. Now, from what you shared with us, it seems like Wartonno sound, this artist, they really resonate with you, right?
Totally. They're spot on for that kind of sound.
So for our listeners out there, can you give us a little rundown on what makes their music so unique, Wartonno sound?
Well, they're really known for creating these, incredibly immersive soundscapes. They blend these really haunting ambient tones with, and this is key, those super chill lo-fi beats. It's honestly perfect for concentration, relaxation, even a bit of escapism, just like you said.
And we know you're all about focus, and I think a little mystery only adds to that, and of course, music that takes you somewhere new.
Yeah.
But here's where things get really interesting, even a little eerie, you could say. There's this whole other dimension to Wartonno sound, and it all revolves around something called the lost tapes. Have you ever heard of this?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those stories, you know the type, that sends shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
Just picture it, okay?
Yeah.
1962. The Cold War is at its peak. This abandoned government research facility is discovered, right? And deep inside, someone stumbles upon this box.
And this box, it's full of what?
Tapes.
Okay, tapes, but not just any tapes.
Not just any tapes, no.
These are unmarked, reel-to-reel tapes. No labels, no explanations, nothing. Just hours of, let's just say strange audio.
And I do mean strange. These recordings are full of these dark ambient tones, lots of muffled static, these really distorted frequencies. It's honestly like listening to, the soundtrack of a nightmare, And of course, as soon as people got hold of these recordings, the theories started flying.
Right. I mean, what else are you supposed to think? Was this some kind of secret government experiment attempts to, weaponize sound? I even saw some people were saying it was potential communication with extraterrestrial life.
And you know what? Given the whole historical context, those theories, they're not as far-fetched as they seem, right? This was the Cold War. Everyone was on edge. And that really fueled research into things like sound manipulation and its potential effects, both on people, maybe even beyond, if you can believe it. I mean, back then, people were obsessed with hidden messages and secret technologies and all that. It was a crazy time.
Yeah, totally. It really was.
So it's no wonder these tapes, they really captured people's imaginations,
For sure. And this is where our friend Wartonno sound comes in.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were completely captivated by this whole mystery surrounding these tapes. So much so that they actually composed music, directly inspired by them.
Yeah, and it's wild how certain sounds, they can just evoke such specific feelings and associations, right? It's almost like,
Totally.
It's almost like a sonic time capsule in a way.
Yeah.
And in this case, with Wartonno sound's music, they're tapping into that Cold War era, that feeling of paranoia and uncertainty, using those dark ambient textures and distorted frequencies to really create this uneasy, kind of unsettling feeling.
You don't know what's going to happen next, and that's part of the appeal, right? It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
You mentioned at the beginning that you find Wartonno sound's music perfect for concentrating and focusing.
Yeah.
Do you think that the mysterious nature of these tapes, that whole element of the unknown, do you think that actually enhances that effect?
Yeah.
Does it make it easier to focus?
That's a really interesting question. I think there's definitely something to be said for music that keeps you, like you said, on the edge of your seat, that makes you really lean in and listen closely.
Yeah.
Because that sense of anticipation, of waiting for something to happen, something to be revealed, it can actually block out other distractions and sharpen your focus,
Totally. It's like your brain is working so hard trying to figure out the puzzle of the sound.
Exactly.
That it forgets to get distracted by, whatever else is going on.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that makes dark ambient lo-fi so interesting. It creates this immersive, almost hypnotic experience. But it also leaves space for you to think your own thoughts and make your own interpretations, you know?
So it's not just like passive listening. It's like you're actively engaged with the music.
100%. And with the story behind it. Because even though, to this day, we still don't know where these tapes came from or what their purpose was.
Right.
The very fact that they exist, it just like feeds into our fascination with the unknown,
It's like we all want to believe there's something else out there, right? Something beyond our understanding.
For sure.
And like maybe these tapes, maybe they hold the key to some of those mysteries,
It's like that saying, we fear what we don't understand.
Exactly. And that fear, it could be like a powerful motivator for exploration and discovery.
I think so too. It's what drives us to learn and grow,
For sure. So it's almost like Wartonno sound is inviting us to become like sonic detectives in a way.
I like that.
Right, we're piecing together these fragments of sound, these little clues from history, searching for answers within the music itself.
Yeah.
It's like a sonic scavenger hunt almost.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this whole thing, Wartonno sound, the lost tapes, it's just so compelling.
Yeah, it's like they've tapped into something much bigger than just, music, something that speaks to our like natural curiosity, our need to understand the world around us, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
And you know what else I thought was interesting? There was this one article you sent. It was talking about how dark ambient lo-fi, a lot of times it uses these sounds that you find in nature, like rain, wind, maybe some distant thunder.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it just struck me how Wartonno sound, they use those elements too, but they give them this like almost unsettling kind of otherworldly quality,
Totally. Like you're hearing those familiar sounds, but there's this underlying, this kind of unsettling feeling to them.
Right. It's like they're making us rethink these everyday sounds and find something new in them, something maybe even a little bit, creepy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're saying, hey, pay attention. There might be more to this than you think.
For sure. And it makes you wonder, what else is out there, in the world of sound, I mean.
Right. Like, what else are we not hearing?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, what if there's more to discover than we ever imagined? Which actually is a great place to leave it for today. We've gone deep on Wartonno sound, these mysterious lost tapes, this whole genre of dark ambient lo-fi. It's been quite a ride.
It has.
So I'm curious, for everyone listening, what if you stumbled upon a hidden recording? What kind of sonic secrets would you want to uncover? Just something to think about, And until next time, keep exploring those sounds because who knows what you might find out there.
Thank you for tuning in to the world of Wartonno. We truly appreciate you joining us on this journey through dark ambient music and the stories that fuel its creation. Stay curious, and we look forward to exploring more mysterious worlds with you next time. Visit wartonno.com for more.